Good morning, students. So today we are going to see discrete cosine transform. So saying about discrete cosine transform, today in this class we will be discussing about what is meant by discrete cosine transform. After that, properties of discrete cosine sum and then problems in discrete cosine sum. First, we can say some about the discrete cosine transform. Earlier, before this, we had discussing about discrete Fourier transform. So, saying about discrete Fourier transform, it is here the transformation function is complex conjugate function. Here, the transfer function is actually what will be the image coordinate values are there. It will be converted to another form of representation that with the help of this complex conjugate basis function, here when we are seeing about this basis function, this this is relevant to cosine, so it is relevant to cosine, that is a real valued basis function. This is relevant to cosine, that is in complex conjugate. When we are seeing about the Fourier transform complex conjugate, so when we are dividing the complex conjugate, it will be e power j theta. So when we are expanding that, we will get a cos theta minus j sin. So where cos will be the real of that real function, cos with a real function. So here the DCT transfer function is framed with the real basis function, real component of the basis function. So that is the speciality of this discrete cosine transform. So here when we see about this transfer function, here this is the input image. We can say f of x be the input image, and this cos 2x plus 1 u pi by 2n be the basis function, that is be the kernel of this discrete cosine transform. So and a of u be the constant, that is root of 1 by n at when u is equal to 0, and root of 2 by n for rest of the range of samples. So this gives the cosine transformed image transformed image, that is here u is equal to a of u summation x is equal to 0 to n minus 1, and the image and cosine, that is cosine transfer function as well as the image. So when we are seeing about inverse discrete cosine transform, it can be defined as same. It can be defined as that is this C of u be the frequency domain transformed image function. After that image, and then the kernel. When we are seeing about the kernel, since it is a real component, in both the places the same kernel function is used for inverse, forward, and inverse. So this is the speciality of this discrete cosine transform, that is both the forward transformation and reverse transformation. The kernel, the basis function will be same. So next we are going to see about the two-dimensional transformation part. When we are going to see about the two-dimensional transformation part, the successive above of the this 1D transformation part is taken into consideration. So just we have increased the variable, that is increase the variable. Earlier it is when we see about the image, it is of one variable. Here currently it is expressed in two variable, that is f of x comma y. When we see about the basis function also expanded with correspond to two variables. One is with u and another one is with correspond to v. So here when we are seeing about the constants also, that is also expanded that is A of u and A of v. So like the way when we are seeing about 2D transformation function, the function has been elaborated, expanded with two variables. So we have here we have had the forward transformation 2D DCT forward transformation function and inverse DCT transformation function. Next, to see about the properties of DCT transform, then when we are seeing about this, DCT is a real transform. DCT is a real transform. Say this when compared to Fourier transform. Next, when this is when saying about DCT, it has excellent energy compaction property. That is a very important property in DCT. Even very important property in DCT, that is energy compaction property is very excellent, because since it has only real component, real component, and it is framed, the image is framework with real component coordinate values. Due to this reason, it is widely used in compressions. JPEG, in JPEG we are using this. So next, to say about DCT, it is a fast algorithm. It is a fast algorithm. It is fast algorithm to compute the fast algorithm to compute the DCT. So when we here also it is there that the DCT algorithm has fast algorithm approach like FFT. So these properties, when we are seeing about and the real, it is also orthogonal, so that can be verified using C is equal to C, sir. We can say that when we are saying about fast algorithm, we can prove this. That is how we are computing in effective. In the same way, it is divided into odd and even. It is divided into odd and even, and it is, and the computation is carried out. When we are representing with correspond to for a f of t, we can see that is a real part of the real part of f of t. We can say real part of f of t. So the computational operations, the operations carried out can be calculated with the help of what does the computations carried out by fast DCT can be calculated with the help of the formula, that is n log n. So next, when we are saying about cosine transform, the basic vectors, the vectors we are obtaining due to the basis functions, when we are saying it is all are symmetric in nature. So these are the things when we are saying about transform, that is we want to discuss about, that is 1D transformation function, 2D transformation function, and the properties in discrete cosine transform. Thank you.